Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make your own lavender lemonade. I'm actually hanging out with one of my lavender plants right now, and I'm about to harvest all of this beautiful lavender and get it drying so that I can continue to make homemade lavender lemonade. And the reason why I want to show you this is because it's such a delicious recipe, you guys. I tried it for the first time at my wedding. We got married at a lavender farm in Turlock, and so of course they had lavender lemonade as an option. We chose it. So and now that we have our own homegrown lavender and we've got a ton of frozen lemonade juice from Kyle's aunt who gives us a ton of lemons, we squeeze them and freeze the juice raw and we just defrost it and make lemonade. And now we're making our own lavender lemonade, and you guys have to make this yourself. It's so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you. Before we get started though, somebody wants to say hi. Hi guys. Oh, they'll miss Piper too. Hi, baby girl. Hi.
All right, so I've got this really old tea steeper thingy that I have had forever. I think my parents got it when we lived in Japan. And so this is what we're gonna use to make our lavender infusion. And the reason why we kind of like this method more than just using one of these, which you can definitely use one of these. This guy is perfect. We used one of these and it worked great. The only thing I would say is that this guy, because it has the lid, it actually helps trap a lot of those essential oils that get escaped through the steam. So it makes the lavender even more fragrant and noticeable in the lemonade. So what I like to do is I just take my lavender. You can break the stem off if you want. If it all fits in there, you don't really have to. And I'm going to use a few different varieties of lavender that we have just growing in the front yard. And I'm just going to break the lavender off into this top part here. And that is basically that for the first part. The more lavender you use, obviously, the more fragrant and flavorful and noticeable the lavender will be. So I got a pretty decent amount in there. It's almost completely full. And so my water is already hot. I use this little kettle thing that like basically you just plug it into the wall and you put water in it and then it heats it. And I'm just going to pour that on top and then immediately put the lid on. So I'm going to get everything kind of in the right position. That way I can film and pour and then get the lid on in good timing. All right. So you're just gonna pour the hot water over top, just like that. Make sure it's all the way up to the top. And then you're gonna immediately put your lid on, just like that. And you're gonna want it to steep for at least 5 minutes. And we actually steep ours at least twice, sometimes 3 times before we discard the lavender inside. Now, if you're using the ball, essentially you're just going to have a cup. Let me get a little coffee cup right here. Have your coffee cup. You're gonna fill this whole ball up with lavender. You're gonna stick the ball inside the coffee cup and you're gonna pour the hot water over top. If you have a lid, you could put a lid on top of it, like, you know, like a Tupperware lid or something, and that will help keep some of those essential oils in. And then essentially you're just gonna let it the same thing, just let it steep for 5 minutes. And then take the ball out, pour that into your lemonade mixture, and then steep the ball again for 2 or 3 times more. So that is basically how you do it with both the ball and a little steeper if you have one. Your water should be nice and dark after it steeps for about 5 minutes or so. Should look like that. And then you can strain it and dump it directly into the lemonade. Now, once you add the lavender into your jug, you're gonna add your sweetener, if you do sugar, if you do honey, and then just fill it up to the top with water. Whatever you do to make your lemonade, just make your lemonade normal and then just add that concentrated warm liquid to your lemonade and then stir it up, and that's literally all there is to it.
Normally our lemonade is not this dark color, but because of the lavender, it makes it kind of like a, and it's not, you can't really even see it so much on the camera, but it's like kind of like an orangey color in person. It's really pretty. And that's all there is to it, you guys. If you need a lemonade recipe, I can share it with you, but honestly, it's just a pint of pure lemon juice frozen that we put in here, and then I think we do like a cup of sugar, and then we fill it up to the top with water, almost to the top. We leave enough so that we can put in the lavender concentrate liquid and it won't overflow, obviously. So that is it, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and pour myself a glass and take some pictures for the blog post, and that's about it.